My name is Daniel. I am a busy businessman with a lot of work, from calls from partners and employees to missed calls from my wife that appear like a daily meal at 7 or 8 p.m. if I am not home. Although my life is so bustling, in my soul, there is still a longing for peace, the pure freedom of being immersed in my own world. Luckily, I had to go on a business trip away from home for a few days in another city. I left yesterday afternoon, driving my favorite Toyota Camry 2.0e 2017 through the cool green forests, peeking through the peaceful twilight sunlight. My plan was to move to Blackwood Motel, stay overnight, and move on the next morning. Last night, I stayed at Blackwood Motel. It was supposed to be a quick stop, just a place to rest before continuing my drive across the country. The motel sat on the outskirts of a forgotten town, nestled between a dense forest and a stretch of highway that rarely saw traffic. The neon sign flickered erratically, buzzing like a dying insect. It had that old, peeling aesthetic, like something that had existed far longer than it should have. The old woman at the front desk handed me my key with a frail, shaking hand. "Room 106, she muttered. "Follow the rules." Then she slid a laminated sheet across the counter. I skimmed it without much thought, assuming it was some run-of-the-mill motel policy. But the longer I read, the more uneasy I became. Rules for staying at Blackwood Motel. Rule number 1. Do not accept a room key unless it is given to you by the receptionist. If anyone else tries to give you one, refuse politely and leave immediately. Rule number 2. Do not look into the mirror between 2:13 a.m. and 2:17 a.m. If you accidentally do not react to what you see. Rule number 3. If you hear a knock on your door between midnight and 3 a.m., do not open it, no matter what they say. Rule number 4. The TV will turn on by itself at some point during the night. Do not turn it off. Do not change the channel. Do not watch it for more than 15 seconds. Rule number 5. If you hear laughter coming from the hallway, hide under the bed and do not move until the silence lasts for at least 3 minutes. Rule number 6. There is no room 108. If you see a door labeled 108, do not approach it. Do not touch it. Rule number 7. If the phone rings, answer only if it rings exactly 3 times. Any more or less, ignore it. Rule number 8. Do not use the vending machine in the lobby after 11 p.m. If something calls your name from inside, leave immediately. Rule number 9. If you wake up at exactly 4:44 a.m. and find that your door is open, do not get out of bed. Close your eyes and count to 100. Rule number 10. If you find anything that does not belong to you in your room, clothes, a wallet, a toothbrush, leave immediately and do not return. Rule number 11. Never speak about Blackwood Motel. Rule number 12. If you hear whispering coming from the bathroom, do not turn on the light. Cover your ears and hum until it stops. Rule number 13. If you see a shadow moving in the closet when the door is open, close it immediately and do not open it again until sunrise. I chuckled nervously, but something about the tone of the list unsettled me. It wasn't a joke. I could tell by the way the receptionist's tired eyes studied me as I read it. I took the key and went to my room. Room 106 was fine. Just a standard motel room. Beige walls. A bed with a questionable stain on the sheets. A heavy, old-fashioned television set on a wooden stand. A bathroom that smelled of bleach. I locked the door, tossed my bag onto the bed, and tried to shake off the unease. It was all in my head. Just some weird local superstition to mess with tourists. A soft knock came at my door just past midnight. "Sir," a voice whispered. "Your car lights are on." I hesitated. I didn't remember leaving my lights on. But the thought of a dead battery made me groan. I cracked the door slightly and peeked outside. No one was there. Goosebumps crawled up my arms. My gut told me to close the door. But I stepped outside anyway, peering into the dark parking lot. My car sat under the dim glow of a single street lamp. I broke the first rule within an hour. Rule number 3, if you hear a knock on your door between midnight and 3 a.m., do not open it. no matter what they say. The lights were off. I turned back toward my room, and my stomach dropped. The door was wide open. I was certain I had only cracked it open slightly. But now it gaped, revealing my dimly lit room beyond. My bed. My bag. My reflection in the mirror. My reflection wasn't facing me. Oh God, oh God, oh God. I slammed the door shut and locked it, my breath coming in short, panicked bursts. My hands were shaking. My knees felt weak. The TV flickered to life on its own. Static filled the room. I grabbed the remote and turned it off. God damn it, I shouted. I was really sure I broke another rule, again within minutes. The second it went dark, something whispered my name. No, no, no. That was a mistake. My pulse pounded in my ears. I turned the TV back on. The whispering stopped. I stared at the static, my mind racing. The rule had said not to turn it off. I had made a mistake. I kept it on. I refused to look at it for more than a few seconds at a time. But then I heard the laughter. I suddenly remembered to rule number 5. If you hear laughter coming from the hallway, hide under the bed and do not move until the silence lasts for at least 3 minutes. High-pitched, childlike, echoing from the hallway outside. Oh hell no. My body acted before my mind did. I dropped to the floor and rolled under the bed, pressing my hand over my mouth to muffle my shaky breaths. The door creaked open. I squeezed my eyes shut. Bare feet shuffled across the carpet. A weight settled onto my bed. A sickeningly sweet scent filled the air, rotting fruit mixed with something metallic. A giggle. Long silence. Then, finally, after what felt like an eternity, the weight lifted. The footsteps retreated. The door clicked shut. I counted. 1, 2, 3. 3 minutes of silence. I crawled out from under the bed, my heart hammering against my ribs. I glanced at the mirror. My reflection stood still, its back facing me. What the hell is going on? I muttered, and then, I ran. I ran like I was an Olympic marathon runner. I didn't stop. Not when I burst through the motel lobby. Not when I reached my car. Not when I sped down the empty road at nearly 100 miles per hour. I drove aimlessly. Just get away from here. I would run anywhere. By morning, I was in the next town over. I stopped at a diner, hands still trembling as I sipped my coffee. The waitress gave me a concerned look. Rough night? You have no idea, I muttered. I pulled out my phone to search for Blackwood Motel. I wanted to leave a review, a warning to anyone else who might stop there. But there was nothing. No listing. No address. No record of it ever existing. I stared at the blank screen, my stomach sinking. Had I imagined it all? The rules? The whispers? The laughter? Then, as I turned my phone off, I saw it. A single notification. A message from an unknown number. Rule number 11, never speak about Blackwood Motel. I felt a cold breath against my ear. Laughter. I never turned around. As soon as you hear these lines, I just want to warn you, if you happen to find Blackwood Motel on any social media platform or any application, do not go there.